Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be putting a set of floorboards on a Outlander 850 XMR. This will work on any Gen 2 Outlander out there. You may ask, what's the purpose of putting a set of floorboards, aftermarket floorboards on an Outlander? Number one, fit bigger tires. Number two, added protection from anything being able to bust through plastic because these are made out of metal. Let me show you the product we're putting on and then I'll show you guys the install. All right, guys, so we're going to be installing a set of SuperATV floorboards. We're going to have our metal bases on the bottom there, front and rear panels for them, and then all the other back bracketry. The thing I like with the SuperATV stuff is they package everything really nice, and everything looks nice right from the get-go. We're going to jump right into this, and I'll show you step by step how to put these floorboards on. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 10 mil bolts. I'm going to do that on both sides, pop both those off. And then to note, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 10 mil bolts on the left side of the machine. All right, next there's going to be one T30 on the front. There's going to be a T30 on the back, on the top side. And then on the bottom side, I don't know if you guys can see that there, there's going to be one down here, two over here, 3, 4 T15s, and that's going to be on both the left and the right side, same on both sides. All right, now you're going to have, on the right side, you're going to have 1, 2 push pins there that will pop out, and then there's on the back side there's going to be 1 10 mil bolt hidden. Oh, where'd it go? Right. Let's see if I can see it there. It's gonna be like right next to the sway bar link here. It's black, so it kind of blends in, but it's gonna be right there. And that's gonna be on both sides here. See it a little bit better on that side. That screw right there. And then you're gonna have 2 push darts on the front side, 1 there and 1 there. All right, make life a little easier, we're gonna pop the seat off. We got this panel popped up here. We're gonna pop the push pin out right here, because there's a push pin on both, and this is gonna be on both, same on both sides. Pop that push pin out, because on the back of this 10 mil bolt here that holds the footwell in, there is a nut that you gotta get off, so it's just gonna make it a little easier to get off, and that's also gonna make it easier to lift the footwell up and out with this panel out of the way. All right, when you're lifting this gauge pot off to get this panel lifted off, it's gonna feel like you're breaking this thing. You're not. It's just these clamps that clamp around, so it's gonna lift straight up on this side and then kind of push forward a little bit at the same time, and it will pop up and out. This one just pops straight out. You're gonna have a little screw here to pop out. I already popped it out, but there's a little push dart there as well, and then this whole fender piece will come out. Now when you're popping these out, you are gonna have to get in here with a flat screwdriver and kind of pry these little tabs back. So how I'm pushing them back right now, you're gonna have to push them back a little bit, because what they're doing is they're grabbing onto these tabs. So you gotta get them to grab off, or get them to unhook from these tabs. And then what I do is I pull the fenders onto the inside of it, get the fender to, or the footwell to slide out a little bit, and then it'll all pop out. Okay, after the footwells are out, you're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 10 mil bolt or nuts, and there's gonna be a stud coming up through that's gonna fall out. when you pull them off, so you have to hold it up. And then on this side, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. And then these will pop right off just like so. Also, for the pads that come, or the rear and front panels, you're going to be using the M6 by a 16th bolts, and then the lock nuts up here are going to go with those. Alright, this is what the floorboards are going to look like once they're not fully put together, but once that main part's put together. You're going to notice on the left side that you're going to slightly come in towards your foot as you come towards the outside. And then the panel with your S on it is going to be your rear panel. The fatter piece that indents out is going to go to the outside on both sides. And then the panels themselves sit on the inside of that little seam there. Go ahead, tighten these all the way down. The next step, we're actually not going to tighten everything down. I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, for the next step, you're going to go and find these brackets here, the little L brackets. Now these are slightly angled, hopefully you can see there. So you need to find which one fits each corner. Hold it up to your bolt holes and make sure it sits level with the top of the fender there. So like that one's going to be that one, but if you see over here, it would be angled the wrong way. So we want them to sit flat. So there's going to be one for each corner that's going to fit there. There's also going to be these little H spacers, which are going to sit in between like so. So one's going to be on the top of the bolt hole. The other little H is going to be on the bottom side of the hole. Those are going to go in between like this. And they're going to sandwich between to space that out. And then you're going to use the M6 by 0.25 bolts there. And then again, we're using the nuts up top here. Also, when you're doing this part, make sure you don't tighten these ones down. So these ones, everything down here, tighten down. These ones leave loose for now because we're going to have to adjust these a little bit up and down to make them fit right when we put them on the four-wheeler.
I'll live each second like my final day. You can't take that
away. So that's what your brackets are going to look like. Like I said, do not tighten these down until it's on the four-wheeler, and it'll be one of the last things we do. We want to make sure these sit mostly level. But that's why we leave them loose so we can adjust them back and forth. Next thing we're going to do is put the foot pegs on, which are going to be these guys here. These you can tighten down all the way because they don't need to be adjusted. You are going to be using the M6 by 2.2 bolts here, along with some of the nuts up top there. Like I said, once you get those on, go ahead and tighten those down. So when you install these, make sure the bump up on the peg is towards the outside of where the four-wheeler is going to be. And on that side, it's pretty easy to tell because it lines up with the foot brake, foot relief. One thing I did forget to mention on the right-hand floorboard, if you want to retain your factory splash shield, you got to install this. You can go without it if you want to take that cover off. I'm choosing to leave that cover on this machine. So you do need to install this bracket. you're gonna use the .20 bolts on these ones instead of the shorter ones, and then you're gonna leave these two loose until we do final install, just so we can adjust this if we need to a little bit. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and install this panel. This is gonna sit, the bottom tab is gonna go on the top side, the back tab is gonna go behind there, and it's gonna install like that. And that's gonna use these M6 by .20s on those, along with just the regular nuts. You can go ahead and tighten those bolts down right away too, because there's no adjustment you have to do once it's installed. All right, now that the floorboards are all put together, we're gonna take and install them on the machines. Now, the back two bolts, so the inside two bolts here, when you install those two, they're gonna be they're the .4s. The front two bolts, or the outside two bolts, are gonna be the M25s. You're going to use washers on the bolt side on these, and then just the normal nuts on the bottom. All right, so here's the left side installed. This is what it's mainly gonna look like. Again, long bolts in the back, shorter up front, or on the outside, I should say. Do not tighten these down yet. We got some other brackets we gotta put on yet. When this slides in, this is gonna sit about, let's see, get in there with the camera. Like so. We'll have to adjust that a little bit to get that fit up into there. Same on the front side, and that's gonna be the same thing on the other side. Everything will tighten up nicely, but we'll get the other brackets put on first. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and install these brackets loosely. Again, do not tighten them down. They're gonna be the .20 bolts, but they're gonna go in like so. So there's these little plastic things from the factory floorboard screws. It's gonna sit about like so and tighten down on there. And it's gonna pretty much just create a sandwich and sandwich the floorboards and the plastics together so they fit nicely and tight together. Now that we have all four of these brackets just loosely in there, we can go ahead and tighten them all. One note: make sure these square tabs line up with the red, so make sure they fall into place here, because that's going to hold the plastics from being able to move around, and it's just going to pinch everything together really nicely. Now we're going to take the little M5 bolts and nuts, and these are going to go into these fender places here. We're going to go ahead and put those through, and that's going to hold this piece together like so. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Sorry. Joys of cameraman and working on stuff at the same time by yourself. So that's going to go like so. Nut's going to go on the bottom side there. You can go ahead and tighten those down right away. These don't need to be super tight because you don't want to pull it through the plastic. Just get them tight and you'll be good there. After that's done, we can go through and tighten everything down that is not tight already. All right, guys, floorboards are fully installed. These bolts are all tightened. Everything is fully tightened here. Bolts on the back side. I got the factory push pin holding this in. Now remember, I still got to put this one on up here, but I'm going to do that when I put all the body panels on. Now, you can technically take this off if you want. I like leaving the little extra protection there so we're not throwing a bunch of mud and stuff up there for no reason. Depending on the tire you go with, you may have to take it off to clear your tires. Well, and we may have to take it off too. We're gonna see. We're gonna be putting 32-inch Outlaw Max on here, so we'll see. right, guys, that's gonna do it for this install video. This was on the SuperATV floorboards. Before we go over it, I just want to make sure you guys hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. You guys aren't going to want to miss what this year's got to bring. We got a lot of big projects coming, and we're going to try and get out and do a lot of riding this year. Sorry for the wind. Let me take you guys through what the SuperATV floorboards look like. All right, guys, so as you see, the fit and finish on the SuperATV floorboards is really nice. One of my favorite things with them is I didn't have to drill any holes out. Everything lined up just like it should. The process on the install was very easy. It was time consuming, but overall it's a very easy install. That's really all I got to say on them. But like I said, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You guys aren't gonna want to miss what the channel has coming this year.